Hi everyone. I hope you had a wonderful long weekend with the holiday. I hope that you're ready to jump back into it, start moving your body and flowing again, and really, get back to work. So we're going to start off very simply this week with just some basic yoga practices. Most of these we've done in the past few weeks if you've joined me. So yeah, all you need is a mat and some good energy. So whenever you're ready, we're going to start at the back of our mat. So whatever end you want to be your back is totally fine. And we're just going to start with some basic sun salutations that we did in our first week. So nice big deep breath. Really reach up towards that ceiling. Arch that back just very slightly. Take a nice big deep breath here. And forward fold. So make sure that back stays nice and long. Nice big stretch here. You might not be able to touch the mat, and that's okay. Feel free to have your hands on your shins, on your thigh, whatever works for you. But really let gravity do that work. Really let that back relax. You can have a slight bend in your knee if that's more comfortable for you. And on your next breath, you're going to look up halfway. So you're going to, the goal is to look where your floor meets the wall in front of you. So a nice long straight back here. Your hands are probably going to rise a little bit. That's totally normal. Really feel the stretch in your back and in the back of the legs here. Nice deep breath. And forward fold. So we're back to either touching the foot, touching the mat, touching the shins, whatever works for you. On your next breath, you're going to slowly roll it up. So it's going to be one vertebrae at a time. Head should come up last, and you can end with a little shoulder roll. We're going to do that again. This time, see if you can arch a little bit further back. Stretch those hands up a little bit taller. Nice big deep breath. And forward fold. So again, see if you can go a little bit further than you did last time. Straighten those knees a little bit more. You want to challenge yourself but not hurt yourself here. And on your next breath, halfway rise. Really feel the stretch in that back, in the back of those legs. And fold. And on your next breath, slowly roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders back. We're going to do this one more time. Nice big deep breath. Good arch in the back. Really stretch, really look up. Hands nice and high. And slowly bring it forward. And this time, if you want a little bit more, you can go ahead and take opposite hands to opposite elbows. Do a nice little ragdoll here. Really let gravity work. Let it pull that spine down and elongate. And drop those hands down again to your shins or the floor, wherever works for you. Now we're going to look up halfway. Stretch the back, feel the back of the legs. Nice big deep breath here. And hold. up again. And this time we're going to walk our hands out and we're going to go into a high plank. So it'll look like you're in the top of a push-up. From here you want to make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. Nice and strong. Take a nice big deep breath here. And exhale. And slowly, we're going to bring ourselves down onto the mat. You're going to release those feet so your body's nice and pressed into the floor. You're going to take both hands, place them next to your chest if they're not there already, and slowly use your back muscles, use your core to bring yourself up into Cobra. You want to make sure that your back, your glutes, your legs, they're all nice and relaxed here. We don't want to use our legs to arch our back up. We really want to use the core and back muscles. And on our next breath, we're going to slowly bring it down onto the mat. Take a breath here and come back up. Maybe this time you can feel yourself go a little further, arching that back a little bit more and remembering to relax the glutes and relax the legs here. Take a few nice deep breaths. On your next breath, slowly bring it back down. Take a breath here. And we're going to go up into our Cobra one more time. By now, you should know to relax the glutes and relax the legs. You should really feel the spine warming up, the lower back warming up. When you're ready, I'm going to bring it back down onto the mat. We're going to make those toes strong. We're going to bring ourselves up into that high plank. If you have to go to your knees first, that's totally okay. And then we're going to push back into our downward dog. So from here, you want a nice long spine, nice straight legs, and we really want to push our heels into the mat. So you have to bend your knees slightly, that's okay, but the goal is to straighten them out and to push those heels into the ground. Take a few nice deep breaths here. You're going to bring it back forward into that plank. Hold it here for a breath. And again, push back into that down dog. So you might feel your heels go a little bit further down into the mat this time. You might feel your head hang a little bit lower this time. That's great. Really work on straightening that back and pushing down those heels. Okay, we're going to bring it forward into this plank one more time. Hold it here. Make sure that your posture is still good. Your back is nice and straight. Your shoulder is above those wrists. One more breath. And back into our last downward dog. Really make this one count. Really push those heels down, and this time if you want, you can walk the dog. So you do that by popping one knee and then the other. You'll really feel a different stretch in the back of that leg when you do this. Maybe you would feel that opposite heel going a little bit deeper into the ground. more time each side. And then when you're done, go ahead and plant both of those feet nice and sturdy. And then bring it forward into that plank and drop those knees. So, just climb yourself up. Make sure you're in a nice neutral position here. Knees should be about under the hips, hip distance apart. And again, shoulders above those wrists as they always should be. We're going to inhale. And we're going to round that back and bring that chin into that chest. And on our exhale, we're going to bring it down. We're going to arch the back, look upward. So this is called a cat-cow stretch. So it really, it really stretches out all those back muscles. You'll feel it in the shoulder and the neck as well. And arch. So really just let the whole body work here. Let the shoulder move, the neck move, round. Use those hip flexors, everything. And arch. And from here, we're going to just go back into our child's pose. So your knees should be about as far as the mat. Your toes should be still together. And we're going to lean back onto those hip flexors as we stretch those arms out nice and far. Fingertips really reaching for the opposite end of the mat here. You feel a big stretch in the back and in the hips. One more breath here. We're going to bring ourselves up. So our feet and our legs are going to stay the same, but the upper half of our body is going to lay onto the mat. So this is going to remind you of a froggy position. Your feet are probably going to rise. That's totally normal. And you can rest your head on your hands, use them like a little pillow. And what you're doing here is just letting gravity open those hip flexors. You'll really feel it in the lower back and in the hip flexors opening because of the way your knees are positioned. So just let gravity do its work here. For one more breath, inhale. And on our exhale, we're going to bring ourselves up and push back into that child's pose again. Stretch those arms out. Stretch that back out. Open those hip flexors. On your next breath, look front. And again, bring it forward. Go ahead, rest your head on your hands, sort of like a pillow. Let gravity open the hips. One more breath here. We're going to bring it up and we're going to push back into our child's pose. The last child's pose, so really make it count, really stretch. One more breath here. And bring it back up into our last frog position. So again, let gravity work here. Rest your head. Open those hip flexors. And from here, we're going to slowly bring ourselves up. Move our hands back and use that to sit back into a nice, comfortable, seated position. Hands just gently resting on the knees. We're going to do a seated cat-cow. So, same thing. Round the back. Bring the chin into the chest. Really round those shoulders. And then bring the chest forward. Arch the back. Stretch the neck. And round. And arch. One more time, each leg round. And arch. Take those hands nice and high above the head. Really straighten that back, stretch it up. And slowly bring it forward. Reach those fingertips up. Kind of like you're in a child's pose. Really feel the stretch in the back. And from here, slowly roll it up. Stick the spine up one vertebrae at a time. We're going to raise the arms again. We're going to look over towards our right and give ourselves just a simple spinal twist as we look over our shoulders. One more big deep breath here. And bring it up. Now look over towards our left. Twist in that direction. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Chest is nice and tall. Shoulders are straight and pulled back. Gonna bring ourselves back center. This time we're gonna take our legs out in front of us. Nice and straight. Back nice and long. We want to get those toes pointed up towards the ceiling if we can. That'll give us a little more of a stretch in the back of the leg. From here, again, we're reaching up tall towards the ceiling. And forward fold. So make sure you have a nice straight back here, straight as you can make it. Nice and long. And if you can't reach your toes, that's totally okay. Just go where your body is telling you to go. But make sure that you really feel the stretch in the back here, in the back of the legs as well. Take another nice deep breath. We're going to bring it back up. So we're going to take our right leg, we're going to cross it over the left. So you'll see this knee is up. We're going to take our opposite arm. So left elbow to right knee. And this will give you a little more intense of a stretch, a little more twist in the spine. Gonna bring it back center. We're gonna switch legs. So right leg goes out, left knee is bent across the right, and right elbow to left knee. And twist. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, really stretching that spine. When you're ready, go ahead and unwind. I'm just going to scooch forward a little bit. And from here, with your legs out, we're going to bring our arms out. And slowly, very slowly, roll down onto our mat. Really use your core muscle and your back muscles to lay one vertebrae at a time onto that mat. So you're nice and straight. All vertebrae, even the lower back, should be touching the mat here. Take a nice deep breath. And bring those knees in towards your chest. So you're in a nice hug position here. You'll feel the hip flexors work a little bit. And when you're ready, we're going to drop that left leg. Right leg stays in towards your chest. And then slowly, we're going to rise up into the air. Nice pointed toe pointed towards the ceiling here. Big deep breath. And then we are going to flex that foot. So you're going to feel the stretch switch to the back of the leg a little bit more here. Feel a little more intense. That's normal. Nice deep breath. And relax that foot. See if you can get that leg in a little closer to the chest. It's okay if not. Stay where you're at. And on your next breath, we're going to slowly bring the leg just very slightly across the body. You'll feel the IT band stretch here. You don't have to go very far to feel it. Make sure that your knee is nice and straight in this position, otherwise you're not going to feel it as well. It's not going to stretch the muscles that you want. So straight knee, straight leg, and then a good stretch in the back. Nice deep, big deep breath here. And slowly, we're going to open up that leg. And just let gravity bring it down, open that hip flexor. You don't have to do too much work here. But what you do want to do is make sure that both hips stay nice and grounded onto the floor. If that left hip starts to rise, you know you're going a little too far. And bring it back up. And drop. So I'm going to switch sides just so you don't hit the wall. You can stay right where you are. You're going to bring that left knee into that chest. Right leg down onto the mat. And then slowly bring the left leg up. Nice pointed toe. Up towards that ceiling. And then go ahead and flex that foot. One more breath. And go ahead and relax. Let it go neutral. See if you can bring the leg in a little bit closer while keeping that knee nice and straight. We want nice straight legs on this stretch. And go ahead. Slowly, slightly bring the leg across the body. Stretch that IT down. One more breath here. And go ahead and open up that leg, open up that hip flexor. Bring it over to the side and let gravity do its work. Again, make sure the hips and the shoulders are all still planted into the mat. One more breath here. And slowly bring it up and let it fall. So our next exercise, we're going to move over just a little bit in the room. We're going to bring those knees up to a nice 90-degree angle, arms out to a T. We're going to take the knees. We're going to slowly go over to the right. You really want to use your core in this exercise. Get you a little more movement, a little more heat, work a few more muscles. So as those knees go over to the right, your gaze will go over towards the left. You'll feel a stretch in the back, lower back. And just let gravity hold it there. Make sure that both shoulders stay nice and planted on the ground here. One more nice deep breath. And we're going to use that core to bring those knees back up straight into that 90-degree angle. Now we're going to switch. So the knees are going to go over towards the right, and our gaze is going to go over towards the left. again. Make sure the shoulders are staying on the ground here. And slowly, I'm going to bring it back up. I'm going to do that one more time. So knees over to the right, gaze over to the left. Give yourselves a nice stretch in that lower back. This time we're going to change it up a little bit. So this right arm, or this left arm is going to cross over towards the right arm. So you're in a semi-fetal position here. Take a nice deep breath here. And then open back up. Nice breath here. And then go ahead and use that core to bring yourself center. Beautiful. I'm going to take those knees over to the left. Gaze over to the right. Really stretch that back. Nice deep breath here. And then we're going to take the right hand, bring it over to the left, to the semi-fetal position here. Nice deep breath. And slowly open back up. On your next inhale, go ahead and use your core to bring those knees back up at a beautiful 90-degree angle, and then into your chest for a hug. Nice tight squeeze here. Gently let that hip drop. What you're going to do is you're going to take your hands, and if you can, we're going to grab the bottom of our feet. We're going to do a dead bug position here. So you're really going to open up the hip flexors. So really push down. Don't hurt yourself. It's just gentle pressure. And you're nice and comfy in this position. Go ahead and rock side to side if you feel like it. Also give you a little bit of a spinal massage. We used our back for a lot of the exercises we did today. So this will be good just to relax it out. When you're ready, bring it center. You can go ahead and let go of those feet. Grab onto the knees. And from here, we're going to rock front and back. And when you have enough momentum, you can go ahead and use that to sit yourself back up. If that's not a possibility for you, that is okay. You can use your hands to sit yourself back up. Just for our final breath here. So, get nice and comfy. We're going to inhale. Bring the arms up. Nice and tall. Slight arch. And on our exhale, we bring it back down to heart center. We're going to do that again. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, back down to heart center. One more time, just like that. Big deep breath, good arch in the back. And exhale, bring it down to heart center. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I know we had a long weekend. I know sometimes it's hard to get back into the swing of things. But I hope this was a relaxing start to getting back into the swing of things and starting our workouts again, start moving again. And I hope to see you all again next week. Namaste.